Hi, everyone, and welcome to this call about MWR Life and Travel Advantage. If we haven't met yet, my name is Sharon Rose, and I am a resident of the great state of Maine, where I have had a long career as a broadcast journalist and also raised two beautiful daughters who are now out on their own. And I have made travel a high priority for my life now that I'm an empty nester and that I'm able to do a little bit more traveling. But just like just about everyone else, my dreams of traveling and seeing the world are bigger than my budget and more time consuming than the time I have right now while I'm still in my full-time career. So when I heard about MWR Life, MWR stands for Making Wishes Real. That's the name of our company. And the proprietary members only travel and lifestyle platform that MWR had created, it was a no-brainer for me. It was just a perfect fit because I learned that I could travel smarter, more economically, with a community of like-minded, positive vibe people, and have opportunities to see places and do things that I might not otherwise come up with on my own. And then on top of that, work as a lifestyle ambassador with the company and make an income and step into leadership and work with some really incredible people. So we're going to be talking about all of that tonight, every aspect of that. And I'm going to be bringing in my business partner, Emily Harridan, in just a bit to talk more about the business side of it. But we're going to start with a little bit more information about the travel memberships that we offer and also a little tour of our travel platform. I do want to say right on the outset that you can become a member of Travel Advantage and take advantage of all the value that it brings travelers and not have to do the business side of it. Or you can join us on the business side of it and work with our team. And there are some real advantages to doing that right now. This company is positioned to explode. It already is. And I'm going to let Emily talk more about that at the end of this, toward the end of the call. But just know that if you're looking for an opportunity, you may very well be at the right place at the right time for an incredible opportunity. So I will start with a quick tour of our website. And I will share my screen. Okay. Um, so this is what our website looks like. It looks very similar to other booking websites, but it puts everything all in one place for you, which is one of the things I absolutely love about it. As you can see, we have hotels and resorts that you can book yourself. We have relationships with more than 2 million hotels and resorts all over the world. And we're able to offer discounts, which I'll show you an example of, because of the way that we make our money. We make our money from memberships, so we don't have to take a cut of every single booking. We also you're able to book your flights right here on this platform. We don't pretend to offer big discounts on flights. Once in a while, you'll find a good deal here, but generally speaking, it's right around market value. It tends to be very comparable, but what's nice is if you book your flight here, you can check into your flight right from our platform. You can keep everything organized for your trip all in one spot. You can do rental cars, transfers to and from the airport, cruises. I'm not a cruiser, but we've had some members look at cruises on here and report finding significant savings. Life experiences are trips that really set us apart, and those are trips that the company puts together for its members. There are specific dates, specific locations, and they are all over the world, and they are all different kinds of trips. So I'll show you some examples of those in just a moment. Lifestyle Mall. So then we just add on like some other, we call ourselves a travel and lifestyle company because it's all about sort of elevating your lifestyle. The Lifestyle Mall definitely does that because it is designer brand everything, sunglasses, handbags, luggage, clothing, and at deeply discounted prices. We have activities. You can plan all your activities for your trips. We have a relationship with Ticketmaster where you can connect your Ticketmaster account to your Travel Advantage account. When you go to purchase tickets to a concert or a show or whatever, you do it through your Travel Advantage account, and then you use that receipt to earn travel credits. You don't get discounts on the tickets, but you get some points back that you can use to spend on the platform later. The more you use the platform, the more you save and the more credits you earn. So we have two ways that we sort of reward our members. One is with something called loyalty points, which you earn automatically just for being a member. And I'll get into the nitty gritty of that in just a moment. And the other is travel credits. So every time you use the platform, you accrue some travel credits. And the travel credits are a lot like what you'd get as points on a travel credit card, right? So every 100 travel credits is equal to $1. So you get a few dollars back every time you book something. And then if you just let it sit there, it adds up over time and you can use it to book things later on the website. One other thing real quick that I'll mention before we take a deeper dive into a couple of the areas is this thing up here called the AI Trip Planner. So you pop into this and you tell it where you want to go, the dates you want to go, what your budget is. It will give you three choices: low, medium, high, and the types of activities you like to do. You have to pick five different things. And it will curate an entire trip just for you based on those answers and give you an itinerary. And you can a la carte decide what on that itinerary you really want to do. And the other thing it shows you like a little map of where everything is in the city so that it creates an efficient itinerary for you. So you're not zigzagging all over wherever you're visiting because you weren't familiar with the layout of the land, so to speak. So we have a lot of features. Our founder, our company CEO, also owns an AI company. So we're really on the cutting edge of, everything technical that the world has to offer right here on this platform. So we really are sort of, I don't know, we're sort of forging a new path in the entire travel industry. We're changing the way people think about travel and how they can put together their own trips. So let's just pop into hotels for just a moment. And every week I pick a new place to visit. And I decided we'd visit Prague this week. And it's semi-random because I know nothing about Prague, but a coworker of mine, his son, who's like 18 or 19 years old, recently went on a big European adventure. And it just drove home. If I can just digress for one moment, it just really drove home to me because this kid was not particularly independent, not particularly adventurous, a little bit on the shy side. And he had decided that when he graduated high school, he and his girlfriend were going to go on this big adventure in Europe together. And the girlfriend broke up with him. And he decided he was going to do it himself. I get chills when I think about this, you guys. And he went himself, and it was life changing. Like he used to freak out if plans went awry. And he went on this excursion, and, one of his train trips was canceled, and he just handled it. And so there was so much personal growth. There was so much opening of his eyes. And, I'm probably preaching to the choir. You're all here because you already understand the value of travel, but it just really just hit home with me seeing the growth that this kid went through on this adventure, like how important it is to see the world. Anyway, I completely digress, but that's why I picked Prague. Anyway, getting back on topic. That's why I picked Prague because it was his favorite place, he said, that he went his entire time that he was there. And it was like it was a little, I think it was a little more than 2 weeks, and he hit like five or six or seven cities. It was a pretty cool adventure. Okay, so we're going to go to Prague. I looked up when the best time to go to Prague is, and it said April through June. So I picked like mid-May. Okay, and so what's going to happen here is I'm looking for a hotel in Prague, and I've got my sort by set to biggest percent savings first. So what this is going to show you, it's going to show you the hotel, it's going to have pictures of the rooms, it's going to have, how many stars it is. It has member reviews that you can look at, and then it's going to show you the typical retail price for the entire trip. So I'm booking a full week here, 8 days, 7 nights. And then it's going to show you your member discount, and then it's going to show you what you will pay by booking it here for the entire trip, and that includes taxes. So as you can see, the first one that comes up is 74%, excuse me, I'm a little dyslexic. dyslexic, 47% off. So that's the highest discount you're going to get. That's pretty good, right? So this particular hotel is 4 stars. It only gets a 7.2 rating. So I would probably take a little deeper dive into those reviews to find out why that is before I booked it. But as you can see, it's a huge savings. Normally it would be close to $2,000. You take off about $900 with your member discount and you bring it down to 1058. Huge savings there. So I scrolled down a little bit and I was looking for one that was going to be a better value, right? That maybe was a little bit higher rating and but also, was seemed like a good value. And I came across this is the one that caught my eye, Hotel Garden Court. Now again, never even looked at Prague as a place to go, so I don't know if I'd really want to stay here, but it's just the one that caught my eye. It's a 4 star rating or a 4 star hotel with a 9.4 rating. That's really, really good. And it has thousands of reviews. So that's based on thousands of experiences there of members of Travel Advantage. It's 33% off. That's a significant savings. Normally it would be almost $1,700, brings it all the way down to 1127. Okay. So just to make sure, I checked the same room on Expedia. A lot of people use Expedia, and you can see it's 1351. So Travel Advantage is less expensive. It's even better when you compare it to booking.com if that's your go-to platform, which is at 1465. And then I checked direct to the hotel because that really tells you something there, right? And surprisingly, this is even a little higher than Expedia, but definitely higher than ours. So when you go direct to the hotel, the cheapest room you could get was 1476. And just to go back over here and show you again, our price was 1127. So you can find savings. Is it going to happen every single time with every single hotel? Like if you have one specific destination you go to every single year and one specific hotel you stay in and you hop on here and it doesn't have a great discount and that's not really the way you take advantage of this platform. The way you take advantage of this platform is to have an adventurous spirit and look around and see what you can find that will serve you well. So that's a little tour of the platform. Now I'm going to pull up this. And can everyone see that? So we have a couple of different levels of membership. And as you can see over here is,
There, and I don't see anything but your pretty face.
Oh, you don't see my screen share. Okay, hang on. Let me try this again.
I saw the screen share, but it was still the hotel
Okay,
site. It
hang
was
on.
still yeah.
Now do you see the memberships?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Thank you
do.
guys. Thank you guys for keeping me honest. All right, so we've got the hotels, resorts. Oh, I didn't do the life experiences. Where is my head? Wait a minute, guys. Sorry, I'll come back to this, I promise. But I would absolutely be remiss if I didn't show you the life experiences. Okay, anyone can do this business. We say this all the time. So back to the main page we go. And so as I said, the life experiences are trips that the company puts together. They're all over the world. Some of them are, 4 days, 3 nights. Others are a full week. Some of them are all inclusives. Others are just the accommodations. These do not include flights. You just have to get yourself there. And then, if you want something that's just the accommodations and you want to figure out what you want to do while you're there, you can find those kinds of trips. You can find all inclusives, or you can find trips where certain things are planned out for you and other things are sort of left to free days for you to figure out what you want to do. I was looking, there is a trip on here. It's in Montreal in the winter. It's end of January, beginning of February, and it's a beautiful hotel. It includes breakfast every day. There is a city tour with lunch, and there's an ice skating. You get to go ice skating. And then the rest of the time is free time. So a lot of the trips are planned out like that. And some of these places are places that I literally have never heard of in my life. They're all over the place. Because we're in pre-launch in North America right now, and we'll be officially launching in February, we're expecting to get more North American destinations. A lot of these destinations you'll see are in Asia and Europe because that's where the company is rooted for the last decade, and it's just coming into the North American market. But you can see there's a little bit of everything. There's that Mediterranean cruise there. Punta Cana, definitely lots of tropical getaways, but there's Orlando for the family, Strasbourg at Christmas time with all those beautiful markets and the beautiful lights. I mean, I'm sure that's just magical. Rome, a super popular destination. There's that Montreal experience. So go to Rio at Carnival. And the way that these work is that, like, take this Hawaii experience, for example. So this is 5 days, 4 nights in Hawaii, and it's $6.99 per person. And the reason we do it per person is because we have a lot of people who travel solo in Travel Advantage, but they may travel with friends or, family members or a child. And so this just allows for an easier transaction when you're planning these trips solo. So this is $6.99 per person, 5 days, 4 nights. Hawaii is very expensive. It's based on double occupancy. So you as the member can use 350 loyalty points on this trip. And I will explain the loyalty points, but just know that that means a $350 savings. Loyalty points are dollar for dollar. So when you see 350 loyalty points, that means $350. So for the member, that brings it all the way down to $250. That is quite a bargain. And there is a way to gift an extra 100 points to the person you're bringing as well. And I'll go over that as we go over memberships. So that just gives you an idea of what the life experiences are like. And we just had a whole bunch of our friends in the company go on this Dubai trip that looked insane. Like I had so much FOMO watching them go on that trip. It was really, really incredible. Okay, I'm going to go back to the memberships and run through that real quick, and then we'll talk a little bit about what it's like to be a lifestyle ambassador, because that's super exciting too. Okay, so we basically have two different memberships, the blue column and the purple column, and then the orange column is just an add-on that you can do. The blue column is VIP. This is really super bare bones basic. It's only $20 a month, and it gives you access to the really basic features of the platform: hotels, resorts, flights, rental cars, transfers, and activities. And that is it. An elite membership gives you access to everything on the platform. And the features where you see a check mark is where you're able to use your loyalty points. So most of the features on the website will allow you to use a certain number of loyalty points on each booking. This membership is $120 to sign up, $120 a month, and you get 120 loyalty points every month. So every dollar you put in is like a travel savings account for you to then spend on the website later at discounted prices. And the loyalty points never expire. And with an elite account, you can book up to 5 rooms at a time as long as you're traveling. Like if you have a huge family that likes to travel together, you could use your account to book rooms for your entire family and all go on a trip together, and you're the hero. And the other thing that you can do with an elite membership is you can add travelers to your account. So just like putting, a kid on a credit card, for example, you can add a family member or a close friend or a significant other, up to 4 people to your account. They get all the benefits that you get, and then you earn travel credits every time they use the platform. So it's a nice symbiotic relationship there. And then this orange column is called the Turbo Boost. And this is something that you can add on to the elite membership. The Turbo Boost is a one-time lifetime charge of $250. You get 250 extra loyalty points right off the bat. So it's a wash there. And then for every month you're a member and you're being charged $120, you're getting 240 loyalty points. So you're doubling your money. It's like 100% interest on a savings account. So those are the memberships. And then Yeah, that's about it for memberships, unless anyone has any questions. And if not, Emily, if you would like to take over and talk about joining us as a lifestyle ambassador and making an income through that.
Yes, which is my favorite thing to talk about because as much as I love our product and it's incredible because we wouldn't have a business without the product, I love how we get to do business in this business. And it has really, quite honestly, changed my life in so many ways. So just to give you a little bit of background, if we haven't met yet, my name is Emily, and I work very closely with Sharon. We joined this business pretty much right at the same time, and I jumped in because I have a history in this space of network marketing and direct sales, and it completely changed my life. It's my favorite way to earn a living and create a life, and to live life while you're earning a living. And that's what we do with this business is we teach people, like, literally we earn a living through really living. And because travel is our product, you guys, like, people are so attracted to this and what we're doing right now because everybody either travels and wants to travel more, or they don't travel because they don't have enough money or time and they want to travel more. And so, for me, having a history in this space, my history is in health and wellness, and it was great for a really long time. But I had a health challenge in 2022 that, long story short, I couldn't go back to this business for a couple of reasons after that and go back to my prior company. And so this business was there for me, when I finally got to a place where I was healthy and I was open for an opportunity. I wasn't looking for this in particular. I had found my other path. I had created my own way with a franchise that I still own. And I had found, my way outside of network marketing, but there was something in me that I was like, if I could find the right company, if I could feel aligned, I want to do that again. I want to be able to earn money in that way because time, leverage, and residual income are the best things, in my mind, the most brilliant way to earn money and create a living. It's the most brilliant business model on the planet. Um, and so when I saw this and I saw that it was in travel and all the boxes were checked, like Sharon said, a proprietary platform, AI, having a company that with a founder that is genuine and honest and really here, like, this is his passion project. He wanted to create a way for people to create experiences and make memories and earn as much money as they wanted. And so, um, what we're going to do is we're going to walk through here the compensation plan that he set up that we have. And before we get into this, I really want you guys to know we just have a couple minutes left and we're going to hop right off, when the half hour is up because we want to be respectful of your time. So we are going to go through this, but I want you guys to know, like, the nitty gritty details of all of this don't really matter right now. We get paid 8 different ways, and in 5 minutes, that can be a lot to explain and have you wrap your head around. I just want you to know that people are, like, earning very quickly at the lower levels with this business because it's an all digital product. My prior company, like I said, was health and wellness and skincare. And there's a lot of overhead when you're dealing with those types of products. The company could not afford to pay us, super high commissions at the lower levels. You had to wait a long time until you climbed the ranks to be able to get a significant income, which I did. And it, like I said, it changed my life and I'm grateful for that. But now that I'm in an all digital product, I realize the difference and how when you have something that's travel, that's an inherent yes, and you give it to somebody via an all digital platform that's already created, that's already proven, that's being used in 150 other countries. You guys, we're not a startup. We are launching here in North America. So it's ground floor here, but we have been established for over a decade and working successfully in other countries. So I want you guys to know that you're hearing about something incredibly special right now and at a time when you have the opportunity to take a hold of this and make what you want of this and gain market share. You have the opportunity to be the first in your city, state, or wherever you are coming in from to be able to say, like, yeah, I'm going to take this and I'm going to run with this because everybody that you know is going to hear about this, whether or not it's from you. So it might as well be from you. And, time's going to go by anyway. Life is going to pass anyway. You can keep doing what you're doing in your life with your jobs and your careers, whatever else you have going on. I have 2 other businesses that I do, and I'm able to fit this in. And this is my future. This is my asset income for my retirement. This is my longevity. And, but it pays really well up front right now. So I just want you to know you guys have a huge, huge opportunity here. So here's the first way we get paid. Member bonus, right when you sign on a VIP, you get $20. Elite member, you get 40. And if they add on that turbo at sign on, you're going to get 80. That's one time right away. Fast start bonus, we have a way for you to earn up to $450. As 150 is the first bonus, but you can earn up to $450 in your first 21 days. So that's just a fast start bonus that we have on top of everything else. Membership residuals. These are once you've signed on at least 10 members, you can see here, you get residuals once they pay their monthly fees every single month. You're going to get a percentage based on, how many personal members you have in the company. Next slide. Builder bonus. These are additional bonuses. So as you climb the ranks in the business, the bonuses that you get for signing on people goes up. And so this is just a way that we can get also an additional bonus on when we have people in our business that are sponsoring, we get a thank you from the company. So everything that we do, you guys, is about teamwork. This is not about you go and you do this all on your own. You sign up, we never talk to you again. Good luck. No, that's not what this is about. This is about you come in, we're going to lock arms with you. We're going to help you build this business. So this is the company saying, thank you for helping, MWR grow and Travel Advantage grow. We're going to give you an additional bonus for helping your team bring people in. So that's what that's all about. Boost bonus, you guys, I've been in this type of industry for 20 years. I have never seen a bonus structure like this. At the gold level, which is just the second level, and 12 total people on your team between you and everybody that you bring in, every single week you can get a $600 bonus. Any Monday through Sunday period, you can get a $600 bonus just for helping you and your team do this business. At the platinum level, which is just 30 people on your team, you can get a $1,200 weekly bonus, and you're eligible for this every single week. So that's a potential $2,400 or $4,800 a month that you can get just in bonuses at the gold or platinum level or beyond. Once you promote beyond platinum, you can still be eligible for these bonuses. And I've never seen a company pay out a bonus structure like this. It's insane. So next one. Dual team residuals. So this is once you hit titanium, you unlock. So titanium is the 4th level of the business. Really simple. You just unlock a new level of compensation at that level where you now get to have dual team residuals. So you have an additional income that's coming in because you have built to these numbers in the business. And so we can get more into exactly what the dual team residuals means, but it's very, very simple. And it's just something that unlocks at level 4. But this is where you start to build that future money that I was talking about. Comes in monthly, but as you climb the ranks in the business, your incomes get bigger, even though your output, what you're putting out for effort, might be the same, but it's like compounding interest. So this type of business, if you're new to this, is do the work once and potentially get paid for a lifetime. Claire just asked how many ambassadors are currently in the US. In the US, I think it's around 3,000, maybe slightly more. And so that's that's with US, Canada, and I believe Mexico, is 3,000 or less. So that's like nothing compared to the population of those countries. So you guys, it's really, really exciting what we have right now.
Emily, I just want to interject two things real quick right here
Yeah.
because this is super important. At Silver, which means you have three people. You've referred three people who have joined as members or member ambassadors, doesn't matter. At that point, automatically you start making $4 a day, which in a 30-day month translates to $120, which means that the company takes those commissions and auto finances your membership. So it's no longer hitting your bank, it's no longer hitting your credit card. It is being auto financed from the residual income you're making just by having three people on your team. Brilliant,
Yep.
brilliant. And then the other thing
Yep.
that's really important to point out about this, how the compensation plan kinds of changes at Titanium. The thing that's important to know about that is that the first three levels, you're concentrating on building your team. You're bringing in people and you're helping them bring in people. And when you hit titanium, it unlocks that thing that Emily was talking about where you might benefit from the person whose team you're on. So if the person you joined is a gung ho builder, they're building two legs of a team and they're putting people on those two legs. And wherever you lock in your spot, you start benefiting at that fourth level from what your person who brought you in has been building before you. So there are two reasons to get in now. One is what Emily just talked about market share. And the other one is to lock in your spot in this exploding team so that you can benefit from that later.
Yes, because that happens right away. You get the benefit of that. So when marketing begins in the US, will ambassadors receive referrals? Some requires. Most likely, yes, Claire. Most likely they're going to have something set up so that when people, they probably do now, cold came into MWR or Travel Advantage and wanted to join, and it would be like find an ambassador near you. So yes, I suspect that they will have something if they don't right now. Maybe they don't now, but they will. And so yeah, so timing and placement is really a thing here, and really important to get that placement, like Sharon said, because even though you unlock that level of compensation at that level, it's being built for you potentially right when you join. So really, really, really exciting. Car bonus, we get a car bonus. Way earlier, I earned the car in my prior company. It took me 2 years of like really hard work to build to earn the car, and I'm very, very close to earning the car in less than 4 months with this business. I know Sharon is too. So really exciting for that as well. Next slide. Sharon, I don't see anything. I'm seeing just still the car bonus slide.
Oh, I moved it. It's totally moved on my screen. That's so weird. Hang on.
It
That's weird.
moved on, yeah, it moved on mine, so I was seeing the one you, yeah, I'm seeing it.
Oh, there we go. Okay, maybe it just lagged on mine. So this is just an overview. This is just a snapshot of everything that we just talked about. Again, so many different ways that we get paid, but just know that, really it's about the averages at each level and how you can maximize the bonuses. And we get the bonuses just for doing our business. So you guys, I've never ever seen a company pay out like this. It's 85% commission because we're an all digital product and we have something that everybody wants. This is the biggest no-brainer, and you cannot lose by joining us, because you know what the worst case scenario is? The worst case scenario is you sign up and it takes you a while to get those few three people, which, hopefully you get right in, you follow the process, you adhere to the system that we give you, and then you're having success right out of the gate. But if not, if for some reason it takes you a while to find those first three people, every single dollar you put in is getting your loyalty points back, and it's your travel savings account for taking a trip at the end of the year. So at the end of the year, you're going to get to one time per year, the company lets you finance one trip in all loyalty points. So even if you bank those loyalty points, you're going to get a 5-star vacation that you're going to be able to get at the end of the year in any of those locations that the company has at that time all over the world. and it's going to be a huge, huge discount. So I hope it makes sense for you guys to understand that like there's no downside here, and there's because every single dollar you put in is going back to your travel, and you're overall you're spending way less than if you bought it elsewhere. And then obviously the goal is to just start building right away, so that by the time, and this is what Sharon and I did, by the time the next billing cycle rolled around, we didn't have anything come out of our bank account or come on our credit cards or accounts, because we had auto financed our membership at that point. So it's the biggest no-brainer. We're really excited to share this with you guys, to have you guys, hopefully, lock arms with us, get back to the person who shared this, information with you, and who invited you tonight, or if you're watching the recording, get back to that person and say, I'm in, I want the next spot on your team, because we don't want you guys to miss out. We're having so much fun. And we invite you to join us. So, thank you very much. And maybe Sharon, we could stop the recording and take a couple questions if anybody has them. Thanks, everyone.
Yeah, I can do that.